Hello and welcome to YouTube Developers. Welcome to Google Developers Live at I/O 2013. I'm Louis Gray, head of GDL, and joining me today is my co-host Daniel Seberg.
Louis, thanks so much for having me here at GDL Live at I/O 2013. This is actually my second I/O, and I believe it's your fourth,
It's
right?
my fourth I/O. I went twice as press, and this is my second year here as Googler. I'm really excited about what we've got in stage for GDL at I/O. We have exclusive interviews kicking off from the stage in Moscone, really back to back, right between every single session, so not a single minute is wasted for those of you on the live stream. Really excited about
absolutely.
that.
We've got 5,500 folks here, but lots more watching wherever you are. And part of my job will be to not
Been an incredible focus.
Yeah, and Larry was just answering a question about getting more girls and boys, but girls into STEM technologies. I mean, there's so many jobs open that we don't have people for. We need a lot of people to come into our field. And this is a friend of mine, Nicholas Negroponte, once said, like, have you ever had a job? Meaning sort of, this is passion work that we do. It's not like required work. And so for young people to know about this work is really important. And the visibility of technical women is important because technical women, for whatever reason, through media and others, have not been as visible as they should be, including later today we're going to talk about a history story at 5:30 Pacific that nobody has ever heard pretty much at scale, so that should be fun.
Sure. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming and talking with me. We're going to be producing a lot of exclusive interviews with Googlers throughout the day. On Google Developers Live, we're going to be highlighting some of our partners in the sandboxes, and we have a lot more content. What we're going to be doing right next is we're going to be going back to the sessions, so start to see the live sessions from all the streams that you're looking at from Android, Chrome, and other technical topics. And then we'll be right back here at the GDL at I/O stage around 1:30 to talk about Blink with Chrome. So
Cool.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much,
Lisa, and
Megan.
thanks everyone online for joining us.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for coming to Google I/O. We really appreciate it. My name is Seth, and I'm the Product Management Director for the Google Plus platform.
I'm David, the Engineering Director for Google Plus platform.
Cool. So we're going to take you guys through an overview of the various tools that are available from the Google Plus platform today. And first, we just wanted to start, this is very new, the Google Plus platform, so we just wanted to start with what is the platform really about? What are we trying to accomplish? And at a very high level, we're trying to help bring the best of Google to the rest of the internet and enable a user to bring their internet back to Google. So it's really creating a connection between a user and their Google experience and the rest of the internet, and everything that they experience on the internet back to Google. So you're kind of wondering, what does that actually mean, right? Well, let's just go drop right into a story. So let's say that I'm doing a map search, and I'm kind of like, okay, I want to see a movie tonight. And as I'm doing the search, I get a notification, right? And you guys have probably seen this before, the red square with a white number in it, the notifier that's across all Google properties. So I just got a notification that dropped in on me when I was on Google Maps, and I click it. So when I click that, I see come up a message from David, and he's saying, hey, let's grab dinner. Written on Costa Rica, commented on Costa Rica, read about Costa Rica, I probably care. Or if I'm doing a map search for Costa Rica or San Jose, Costa Rica, I probably care then, right? So we want to take this information and use it in context, which would be a better user experience and send you all as developers and publishers more qualified traffic back. The first place we launched it was on people's profiles. So if I went specifically to your profile and you said, yes, I get access to that because I'm in a circle that you've named, then I can see it. And that's, we're not spamming it at people. But if I'm interested in what you're doing, I can go see what you've done in a given app. The second place that we publicly talked about was in search, right? And you saw us launch movies and music verticals into search using that same data. What I can certainly promise you is that you will continue to see the same kind of data roll throughout other Google properties where it makes sense. The way we think about it is that users have very specific intents as they use Maps versus search versus Play, as you mentioned, versus the Google Plus stream. And we want to make sure that we're doing a great job giving the users exactly what they would want based on the reason they're using a given product as we think about rolling that data out across Google. So thank you all very much. Really appreciate it. Please do stop by all the developers' booths outside in the sandbox.
Try out the new feedback mechanism. Love to hear what you think so we can tune this up for next time. And check the sandbox, check the other talks if you want to go deeper on any of the things we talked about. That's where you'll find the deep dives. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you all.
From Moscone Center here in San Francisco. We're here to talk about Blink. I'm Louis Gray, and I'm joined by Alex Komorowski and Paul Irish. Welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Real quickly, we want to talk about Blink, brand new rendering engine. I want to give your guys' take on what's been introduced.
So Blink is a new rendering engine. It's based off of originally off of WebKit, It's a rendering engine that's open source, and it's used in Chromium and Chrome.
So you said open source. Is it a Google product? Open source? Like, help us out.
It's, I mean, it's operated within kind of the Chromium.
Very busy Google I/O, really one of the hottest topics that's out there for the web and for Google in general. For those of you on the live stream, stay tuned. We have 4 more sessions coming your way, whether you're on the Android channel, Chrome channel, or the technical ones as well. And we'll be back right after those with more programming at Google Developers Live at I/O.
I'm also honored to have Jonathan Taylor, who's VP of Mobile at Priceline, and he's going to be talking about something very exciting too. So we are very happy because we were able to announce a great product for mobile commerce today called Google Wallet Instant Buy. And as you'll see, it's going to help your users, consumers, be able to buy physical goods and services in a much easier way. So before we get into the product Google Wallet Instant Buy and the SDK, and then make an informed decision.
Okay, thanks.
So we'll take any more questions out at the sandbox during office hours. Thank you.
Thank you. The games that are out there, you got Project Ingress, and you have a Field Trip, which isn't so much a game, but both of them are really tied to discovering the world around you. So I want a couple questions to start us off. First of all, what is the Niantic project? It is part of Google, right?
Well, we try to keep it a little bit mysterious, but yes, it is part of Google. We're kind of like a little startup in Google, and ideas and concepts from mobile to social to geo, and try to weave those things together in new ways to explore what could be done to create apps that were really native to kind of the new wave of devices that will be coming, wearables.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, John. I know we've been real quick jumping into Ingress and Field Trip. For those of you who haven't downloaded those apps already, definitely check them out. We have more exclusive GDL at I/O content coming. We'll be talking about Google Now with Bears Gultaken at 3:25. So please stay on the streams and enjoy your sessions. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, and for those of you watching the live stream, good day in whatever time zone you're in. My name is Nick Sathe. I'm part of the engineering team for Google Wallet. And over the last many, many years, a decade or so, we here at Google, along with many of you, have been looking to digitize the world around us. We consume most media digitally, whether it's videos or books or music. We communicate digitally, we take digital pictures. But the one thing in our lives that has sort of resisted this trend is our wallet, which has remained strangely analog all of these years. Many of us have pieces of leather or fabric stuffed full of paper. Organizations like schema.org to try to establish semantic standards that these things can have, other types can have, have interoperability in the future as well. So if any of you are interested in helping us define the next set of reified types, as we call them, where we can add more semantic definition to the syntax that the platform provides, we'd love to hear from you in our sandbox as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
thank you.
Very much.
Welcome back to Google Developers Live at I/O from Moscone Center here in San Francisco. I'm Louis Gray from Google Developers Live. I'm joined today by Baris Gultakin, who's working on Google Now.
Yes.
Welcome, sir.
Hi, thank you.
And you're the Director of Product Management in the search team, focused on Google Now. Google Now has really been incredible, I think, in a revolution in search, to have the card-based capability and some of the automation that you're doing, and really trying to anticipate what it is the user's looking for and tell them just load. Like if there's a problem with the cloud, she's like, she's like, Google, show me videos of sea turtles, until they all come up and she's on her way. And so it's just been, you look at the evolution of it, and the fact that we're able to take all of these things for granted to be right there is just stunning. And I look at Google Now with its cards and the fact that it is only a year old and how far we've come, and it's been really incredible to watch. I definitely appreciate you coming on the GDL at I/O stage to talk about it, and I hope we can see really incredible stuff for year 2. And when we definitely will be bringing you back.
Yeah, I can't wait. We believe the potential is so high, and we're just starting, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, so definitely thank you for taking all the time with me, Baris. I really appreciate that. For those of you on the live stream, if you want to see great GDL content the rest of the year, subscribe to Google Developers on YouTube and check out developers.google.com/live. We'll be back here at 4:30 talking about performance on Chrome.
On Google search. And we're going to do that through the power of the Google Plus API, Google Plus Pages, as well as the Google Plus Sign-In API and related technologies.
I'm Ardan from the search team. I'm a product manager. And in the first half of the talk, I'll be walking you through the user experience and what is possible.
And I'm John. I'm an engineer on Google Plus. And I'm going to, in the second half of the talk, tell you how you can actually implement this. And in fact, get your part of the equation rolling today in as little as half an hour to provide this integration. Anecdotally and intuitively speaking, it seems like it would. And I think that the teams will continue to integrate more. That's all the time we've got.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Welcome back to Google Developers Live at I/O. I'm Louis Gray from GDL, and I have with me two distinguished guests, Colt McCandless and Ilya Grigorik. Thanks for coming, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. And we're here to talk about web performance today. And if you remember from the keynote, it seems like so long ago now, but it was only about 5 to 6 hours. We were talking about performance and speed and simplicity and all those things that really are part of Chrome and really part of everything that Google is doing with our approach to the web. And so I'm really happy to have Colt and Ilya on here. Both of them have spoken a lot about making the web faster and Chrome tools that'll get the job done to make everything
critical for these guys to stay afloat as the technology moves forward.
Yep. Cool. Well, I know we actually did this pretty fast. It's good for guys who are doing performance to talk quick, and I appreciate your performance on it. I appreciate you joining us at GDL at I/O. For those of you on the live stream, we're going to get back to your sessions next, and follow us again. We'll be at GDL at I/O again at 5:20 talking about Drive. See you there.
My dad was a NASA engineer, so he brought us for a tour at Johnson Space Center. And they asked my brother what he wanted to be, and he said an astronaut. And then they asked me what I wanted to be, and I said an astronaut. And they said, what? Girls can't be astronauts. You know, in their mind, they were right. They just didn't realize that the future would be different.
It's hard when you're young, when you're a teenager. There's a lot of peer pressure to conform.
There is a certain stigmatism to being a woman in technology. It doesn't seem to be something that you do.
I didn't want to be stuck at my desk, programming on a computer, 8-10 hours a day, every day for the rest of my life. It's just not how I saw myself. But so much of it is also collaborating with other people and brainstorming and problem solving.
It's working as a team. It's building things together.
It always feels like play. It doesn't feel like work.
I'm always surprised that there are not more women going into tech because I think it's growing and there are just lots of opportunities.
There is no roadblocks, being a woman in technology.
There were a lot of naysayers. They're like, don't do that. You're never going to be successful. And so one of the things I learned very quickly is you've got to stay focused and you just have to believe in yourself and just make it happen.
I come into work every day excited about the challenges and the possibilities.
It's incredibly satisfying to know that you're doing something that has that type of impact and that type of reach.
You really feel like you're doing something that's helpful and that's making a difference.
I'm able to create something that most universities in the world use. How impactful is that?
5 million businesses use the products that I've been working on.
Every time you type in a query, you're using my code, and that means that I'm reaching billions of people a day.
You see the impact every single day on real people and your friends and your family, and that's just magical.
Hello, welcome to Women Tech Makers, live on location at Google I/O. It's incredible to be here. We have a fabulous lineup of speakers. We've set up this session as a series of lightning talks. So we want to ignite and inspire with topics around search, of course, but also Google Glass, some product insights, AI, knowledge, and other topics. I've asked all of our speakers to tell personal stories as they walk through these topics, and we have a bit of a theme of past, present, and future. But before we start, I don't know if my slide thing is advancing, so I'm going to come over. you're going to be unstoppable, and you will do extraordinary things to help people and make things great in the world. And I think that the women who we've heard from have found their X, and I hope that everybody will be thinking that way. I welcome everybody to stay. Afterwards, I think Susan has to catch a plane, but everybody else is here. There's a bunch of great websites up, like the makers.com site. And in fact, today I heard somebody just told me that Susan's story is up on the homepage of AOL. So she's one of the makers, and she's there. And again, we've launched Google Makers at Google. And we hope that other companies and other organizations will start telling the stories, which leads me back to visibility. And let's make people visible. Help us do it. And thank you so much for being here.
Privileges. They can come in and do audits at various points in times, and so we have now completed the ISO 27000 certification on App Engine, Compute Engine, and Cloud Storage. And one of the things we've heard from particularly some of the larger customers is that it's a confidence sign. And we're going to continue to do more certifications as time goes forward, because we think they're a good way of demonstrating how important security is and how seriously we take it at Google. But you're right, it's foundational to the whole notion.
Course maps. So we're going to bring all of that to you tomorrow.
Absolutely. So we're going to run through those Sandbox partners, and we have a really special treat. We're going to have Bradley Horowitz from Google Plus to do a deep dive around lunchtime tomorrow for those of you on the Pacific side. So we welcome you coming back and talking GDL at I/O. In the meantime, subscribe to Google Developers on YouTube. You won't miss a single thing from us throughout the year. And check us out at developers.google.com/live. We'll see you tomorrow morning.